Welcome back. A team of St. Louis area doctors and volunteers are saving lives on the other side of the world.
But a breakout of deadly violence nearly stopped them in their tracks. News 4's Paige Halsey shows us how they are working against all odds to make St. Louis proud.
Dusty, desolate, and distant. Yet, it's the place doctors Patty and Jonathan Limpert fell in love with.
The most generous, happy, loving, welcoming people I've ever met.
These are the people of Yendi, a community in the northern region of Ghana. It's this hospital.
There's no running water, there are no toiletries.
Where a single doctor is responsible for nearly 300,000 people.
How to take care of the young and the old, all the different illnesses, surgical and non-surgical. I can't even imagine that load on anyone.
And yet, this is exactly where a team from the St. Louis area wants to bring their medical expertise.
People still say I'm crazy. We don't get called to serve in easy environments, easy places.
It's now a 15-year-old friendship that first brought the group Crossing for Mercy to Yendi.
A local pastor here in New Haven, Missouri had met this Ghanaian pastor when they were on a Baptist retreat.
But this year, that commitment was put to the ultimate test. Days before the group was set to leave for their latest mission, unexpected violence broke out.
In our community, we have what we call chiefs. And Yendi is the seat or the headquarters of all the Dagomba tribe. So this is the seat of the overlord of Dagbon.
Reverend Emmanuel Mustafa has been the St. Louis group's lifeline to Yendi.
2 tribes crashed and one of the chiefs was beheaded.
That was years ago, but when the royal funeral was just recently set to be performed, another clash near the hospital.
Gunshot, people were running. In fact, I came into a point that they were burning motorbikes and some houses were being burned. And I can't give you the exact number that were killed, but people were killed.
It was heart-wrenching because it's just, we knew that this is the time that they need us the most, but also we can't risk our own safety to be able to go in and help others.
They made a tough call to send a smaller team of essential personnel and doctors. Still fresh in his mind during the trip, Dr. Jonathan Limpert reflected.
That unrest caused us to have to dig deep and kind of find our way, our path of how we continue to serve in this area, just like other areas of the world that are unstable. So we had to do a lot of prayer.
Once there, they hit the ground running, performing 75 surgeries in 3.5 days.
A mother who I first met, and she's nursing her baby, you know, when we meet, and she had just a huge thyroid goiter, the largest thyroid I've ever seen. And so being able to help her and know that she started nursing her baby right after she woke up.
Work continued with a Women's Health Summit addressing maternal and fetal death rates. They expanded Mercy virtual technology, allowing staff in Yendi to connect with experts back here in St. Louis with the push of a button. The group met with the Ghanaian government's Ministry of Health to plead on behalf of the rural hospital for more state support. And St. Louis-based architectural and engineering firm BSA lended their expertise to design a whole new hospital in the future.
How do we build infrastructure in a place that has no running water, that has spotty electricity?
It was a trip that almost didn't happen, to a region often forgotten about, that gave way to some of the most impactful and meaningful medical treatment.
Our hope is that they will have the providers that they deserve per capita, and they don't need our help. And so that someday we just go back just to say hi and to have a social visit and see our friends.
The uncertainty they felt when that violence first interrupted plans this year has now been overwhelmingly washed away by a renewed commitment to the people of Yendi from the medical experts of St. Louis. For News 4, I'm Paige Halsey.